the barn find Miata, bro. Tell me this thing doesn't have such a patina to it. Am I wrong? Look, it's got a fuel pressure regulator. It's like, it looks like it came out of Japan, bro. Like it was sitting in a warehouse or something.
It does, bro. I love
crazy.
it.
So yeah, he said it only had like 200 miles on it or whatever.
We came from.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Let me actually feel the brakes.
Yeah, before we attempt to actually drive it. So, yeah, that's the. See, like she needs some love.
It's seen better days.
20 minutes later.
So if you guys don't know, it's a 91. Oh, look at the spotted trucks. This is crazy. There's so many of them. Anyways, they're blocking off traffic. We're gonna get my girl's reaction to this thing for the first time. She has not seen it, and I just went and bought it. She knows about it, which isn't a big surprise, but basically we picked this thing up and just kind of, the guy let me use his plate and we're just right on the road. So I don't know, it's really not that fast, but it runs good for considering I thought this thing was going to be like total. It's pretty good.
Another Miata, huh?
Wow, now I gotta bleep that out. Saying on the way here that I was recording, saying that if you know about it but you haven't seen it, is it what you were expecting? No?
Kind of. I don't. The white on the hood was kind of a surprise.
I mean, what were you expecting? It's $1.
That's true. I don't know. Oh, I can see the battery.
You don't get cars like this anymore for this price ever. You don't. You'll never find one of these for this cheap on Marketplace that you can go buy, that you can drive home from the guy's house.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore. There's literally NA ones that aren't turbo that are garbage that sell for more than this. You can feel how aggressive this clutch is though.
Yeah, I can.
So we're gonna go to a few test runs and see what she thinks, and that's what's happening.
Good?
It's good. It's never been better. It's absolutely
Amazing.
alright, we're gonna go get
Bye.
go out. Well, the dip.
Something tells me we're gonna lose to the Tesla.
Any day now.
Something tells me we're about to do a donut.
It slides good, right?
It does.
Flick it.
Yeah. I've only been.
Been watching too much Formula Drift and too many of these like YouTubers, and I'm like, I want to drift so bad. We're on a closed course though. We're in Mexico. We're not on public roads, but isn't it good?
Yeah.
It slides good.
This is like the most drift car
Yeah,
I've been in.
I've never slid this car down. That's like 180 horsepower. Now you could like turn these up. You could do like angle mods. You could have a brake. Like the tires are probably super underinflated. Like they're not even good tires. You could like set these up to drift. That's why it's so. Isn't that fun?
Yeah. Well, cause what? You've only ever taken me drifting in that Mustang and your Camaro.
Race car. I don't even have a shift knob. clutch as a brake. All right, guys, it's the first time she is outside. Why is it a girl? It's always a girl, she. That's weird. Anyways, she's outside. That was really hectic. Ooh, I see coolant, look. Our first problem has spawned. I knew that was gonna be a problem. This clamp wasn't that tight. I see coolant right there, you see the green? I knew I smelled something. We have to get this thing, with brakes. So I'm using the clutch right now to actually slow the car down, but that was a little nerve-wracking. So like, I don't know why, like reverse, like the synchro for reverse, like I'm like this and it like will not go into reverse. I don't know why. Basically what I did off camera, guys, if you wanna come look, I relocated the washer fluid bottle, which is pretty sick. It usually goes right here in this hole. So what I did is I just extended the wiring and then it comes out the side right here, obviously follows where I relocated the harness. And as you guys see, I made a reel on this on my Instagram if you guys wanna go check out. I say this every video, but it is always in the description below. I hate YouTubers. I think it was pretty cool. And it clears, I could turn all the way. So we got the intake on fully. It could use a little cleanup. And we put coolant in it and it's good. I mean, this needs a clamp right here. I knew this was gonna leak, this like stripped out, but God, the wind's coming. Other than that, she's good. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna get the brakes on it. We don't have any brake lines hooked up. What I mean by that, we're gonna get the brakes done, get the brakes bled, and then we're gonna put the hood on, put the fenders on, and like try to get this thing together. I think it needs taillights too. If you guys did not see the Fuel Fest video, my camera's really dirty. I had the awesome opportunity to go out to Las Vegas. Make sure you check out that video. I really wanted to get this one up first, but I had to show my experience there. That was pretty crazy. If you didn't see it and you're seeing this, make sure you go look back. I got drift ride-alongs, met some cool content creators. It was awesome. And now we got the Miata outside, so let's work. First thing we need to do before we bleed the brakes is we have to bench bleed it. Now, the reason why it's called bench bleed is because you're actually supposed to take this out and put it in a vise. So what you gotta do is you gotta hook up to where all the brake lines come out. Now again, guys, don't get too confused with this. This one is coming out and feeding here, and this one is coming out and feeding here. So we have here and these two on this divider. So basically what we're gonna do is pump the pedal a few times, and you wanna just put fluid in this and pump it until no more air comes out of these lines, no more bubbles you see in here. Because before you bleed all 4 calipers, you have to get the air out of this if this runs dry. Yep, so she's getting all the air out. You guys can see it all falling through her. Keep going. Okay, so we got the master cylinder bled, obviously. Now we gotta get the brake lines connected because the kid who had this swapped the subframes over and the brake lines were all hanging. So I got, just for Harbor Freight, your generic little copper washer assortments. These are crush washers. These are gonna do, if you guys don't know, most of you probably do know, but if you don't, a crush washer is gonna be what goes in between, like for your brake caliper lines. It's gonna be a copper washer that actually presses down on a metal-to-metal surface, and it's gonna seal off what's called a banjo bolt with that fluid passes through. And again, forgive the T-Rex air conditioner that sounds like it is an air compressor. This thing sounds like it's literally going to explode. So sorry. The master cylinder is here, so we're gonna wanna start as far away from that master cylinder as possible, which is gonna be the right passenger wheel. I'm gonna have someone pump the pedal for me, and then we're all set. I'll crack the bleeders, get the air out, and even though this thing's still apart, I'm gonna take it around a little spin around my property right here. I wanna feel what it's like to drive a Miata again. All right, guys, we got the brakes bled. What am I looking at? There's like a screen on this GoPro. Anyways, we got the brakes bled. As you can see, hands are a little dirty. I just wanna see before I go real quick, because I gotta do something. I wanna see if it stops, so we're gonna pull it out and lock the brakes. There's like no brake pads in the rear, and we had quite the process bleeding it, but it's all good. We're gonna figure that out real quick. I like to, wait, show them my seat. This was your idea. Look at the seat.
The most bougie seat you'll ever find. For the lowest possible ride. You're good.
That's so weird.
Skirt!
Dude, it stops. That's crazy. We have an operational vehicle now, right? Isn't it weird?
Kinda.
Yeah.
I remember picking this thing up. Dead.
This clutch is kind of crazy though. Oh, I have reverse now. We got the brakes bled, but I have to order some pads and rotors actually. As you can see, we have a lot of work to do. I'm trying to keep a straight face. This thing is, like, for people watching this, you might not understand. You know, if you didn't go see the last few videos, take a look. We have a whole series actually building this. I think we are still under like $4,000 with buying the car, redoing the whole motor. We haven't, I got coilovers really cheap, which we're gonna put on this. It's kind of a spoiler, but they're nothing crazy. Actually, I put that in the video already. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. And as you can see, it runs, it has coolant in it. It's a good car. It's so quiet. Ow. Yeah, we got a little coolant leak over there, but that's pretty much it. So it's currently not a vehicle, but we'll get it together, right?
Absolutely.
All right, guys, so you guys know we just did the brakes on the car. That was crazy. Pulled it outside, did a little lap. And Jonathan, my neighbor, actually yelled down from her balcony. This really nice girl was like, she's like, I like your project. How long are you working on it? And that is the first ever neighbor that said something nice to me.
That's a good feeling too.
But hey, if you guys don't remember, I'm sorry, I'm getting way too like comfortable with this. I'm in Jonathan's shop. He was in a few videos ago. He has a Miata and he's actually super local to me. And we're today actually gonna be trying to paint his valve cover. So tonight what we're doing is we're taking it off, and then, why am I looking around? I think it's because I see a 1J. I just can't focus. he took the valve cover off.
Wait. Wait. I think that's a yes.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we should put this in. So yeah, we're in the process of doing his car, but back at my shop today, if you want to call it a shop. And what we're doing is we're actually getting the Miata together. We're getting the fenders on and the hood. But there's a few little things I noticed that's not 100% mechanically there that I want to take care of. Now, I just did the clutch fluid again. I let it gravity bleed for like 20 minutes and kept putting new fluid in. It started to get black. The line must have had some dirty fluid inside of it and just residue that changed the color pretty quickly. So I did that because I want them to look good. See, brakes are bled, clutch is bled. I like new clean fluid. I hate when fluid is burnt, dirty, or has water in it. One of the last things mechanically that needs to be done is the wiring for the fans. Now I just had these kind of shoved in the connector. Now I deleted all the air conditioning stuff, all the relays and stuff are missing, but we want both fans at once. We're gonna be drifting this car, we're gonna be high revving this car. We want it to stay super cool, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually tie these two wires together and hardwire into the harness and make it look good. Enjoyed the time lapse. I don't know what I'm doing. Forgive me. Okay, listen. This is not a flex. Your boy weighs like 80 pounds. It's just that I live in Florida, and if you go a few days with a shirt on, you're gonna look like you were on the farm your whole life. So if this bothers you, just, I don't know.
Wear a helmet.
If it bothers you, put on glasses and wear gloves. It's safety. Basically, the bumper's on. If you guys saw, I don't know what the hell is going on. Basically, the bumper's on. Yo, I can't anymore.
So is the bumper on?
I'm not bred to be a YouTuber. Like, I want to do YouTube, but I hate what you have to do. You don't have to do anything, but I feel like you just naturally are just...
You just talk with your hands.
Okay, restart. So the bumper's on. You guys saw that time lapse. What wasn't shown in the time lapse, why it was cut short, is it fell on me a few times, and it just... I had the bottom part of the bumper, if you guys like, a little smiley face in the Miata. We had this actually up here, and if you're like, what's up there? There's a plastic bash bar right here for if you get a little fender bender. It tries to take the damage here first and also makes it so the bumper can't actually push in all the way or get saggy. And I had it like way above, and I was like, why is it not going on right? And it's literally because this has been sitting inside the car supposedly since 2013. This car's been sitting. So we got the bumper on, we got the hood on, we got the fenders on. Now I know you're probably like, dude, it's red, it looks like shit. It does look pretty bad, but I'd like to get the car out on the road first and enjoy it and make sure it drives good before I go like, hey, I'm gonna repaint the whole car. Before I go that crazy, I wanna make sure it runs good. And other than that, we got the taillights in, we got a shifter in it, and I got the lights on right now to show you guys, but that's about it. I gotta make a couple trips today, get some hardware, and then, I don't know, I got the soft top right there we can put on. But most importantly is going to be the suspension and the wheels. I'm not running these wheels, guys. This is literally just to have the car together. And what you want to say? I got bored.
Ooh.
We got to take out the shocks. in the front, but the thing about them is you have to take off upper control arm off in order to slide it out, because this top part needs to come down, and basically you could slide it out like this. So these are original, which is hilarious. And yeah, but this one's already been replaced, not a big deal. The bolt is just really stuck in there. They're super hard to get to. Thankfully I have the sway bar out right now, but I am gonna replace this on the other side because this one's already new. But God, these just suck to get out. It was super hard to get out, but it was super hard to get out for a reason. Now these will expand and contract over time from heat, from corrosion, from all kinds of things. So they're not really getting hot, so I wouldn't call it anything from temperature, but I would say that this was super corroded. You could see these spots that need to be sanded down. So I bought a wire wheel, which is gonna help clean up some of this corrosion in these rough spots. And if you guys look here, the shock bolt is actually super rusted. There's nothing wrong with this. A little bit of cleanup on that and some anti-seize, and we're set. Boom. Now you wanna give it a little zip. A little zip on 3. Come in first. Well, as you guys can see, coilovers are in. We got the new upper control arm on. We got a sway bar with new end links, the new tie rod end links, and that's pretty much it. New bushings on the sway bar. It's pretty good. This actually looks great. See, brand new upper control arm. Got the strut assembly in. Looks awesome up here. They actually have dampening adjustment even though they're cheap. And same thing over here. All right guys, we got the rear in. Again, I said it earlier, don't mind the brakes. We got new ones coming in a few days. Got the rear end links on, and we got to replace the bushings for the sway bar up here, if you guys see that. I've got new ones right here. We're just trying to tighten up the suspension a little. It's hot in here today. The humidity is pretty bad. The air conditioning does pretty good, but damn, still getting used to that Florida heat. But yeah guys, this is the car. So it's a 91. It's got a CX Racing turbo kit. It's got CX Racing coils. It's got a welded diff, good shifter, hard top, some gauges, mega squirt. It's got everything you need for turbo. It's just a good ripper. I got such a good deal on it. You know, you can't find Miatas for like anywhere under 5-6 grand that are turbo that even run as good as this one. So I picked this up for a really good deal. Let me show you guys under the hood actually. So it's a CX Racing Gen 2. This car's been sitting since 2020. Kid said the motor's a little noisy, but it's really crusty. I got an oil pad under it. It leaks, but it has a coolant reroute, aluminum radiator, D-Schwartz injectors. It has a fuel pressure regulator adjustable. It's got like really good parts on it. Like I said, this is a CX Racing Gen 2 kit, and that's really good for Miatas. These turbos spool pretty good. Next video, there may be some footage of it. I might go try to, you know, drift a little bit, see if the motor holds up, but in the next week or so, I'm going to be taking that apart and actually parting it out. So if you're in the Florida area, or you know anyone, or you want me to ship some stuff, message me on my Instagram. The description is always in my bio on my YouTube. Other than that, we're going to be wrapping it up. This is a really good video. We got a lot of stuff done on the car. The black Miata, the one we've been building on the channel, that car is so close. You guys saw a few clips of that in this video. We got the coilovers on it, and pretty much it drives around outside, but it really needs some love. I gotta finish putting it together, like seriously this time. Hey, I'd like to say thank you for 500 subscribers. That's crazy, 500 of you. Thank you so much, you guys are awesome. So I will see you in the next video. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, please subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Peace.